25 years ago this month, Pharoah Monch received Hip Hop Quotable for Metal Things. Can you take us back to that creative process and how you met FT Street Smarts?
FT Street Smarts. Once again, another night, me and Buck making rounds. We made our way over to, that was, D&D. Yeah, it was D&D in the Beat Minor room. I met up, he introduced me to the guy who was running the label, Skill, Lee Resnick. FT, I met him that night. His partner Grew, Lee's partner, Skill's partner, was named Grew in True Criminal. Them two ran it. I think he was there that night. And it was just going through stuff. Like, he knew who I was. And I was like, yo, I heard him and I was like, yo, dude's all right. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, got some shit. I'll play you some joints. And as we was going through the joints, it came down to that beat. Pause, footnote, let's rewind. That record, I stumbled upon it on one of my days hanging out with Finesse. Like, it's funny. I seen somebody else, Rockweiler did an interview with somebody on Instagram. And he brought up a Jay-Z song he did. He was like, yo, Finesse blessed him with a record. And it turned out to be the sample he used. Finesse used to buy records and he'd have stuff where he would he'd buy them for a specific reason, but he wouldn't listen to the rest of the record. So he'd have some shit and then he passed off that and a couple other records to me. And when I heard it, I was like, I made like 9 beats that night. Like, yo, you're bugging. Like, yo, did you hear? I was like, yo, did you listen to this album? He's like, yeah, nah, do what you do. I was like, all right. Flip. The Metal Things joint actually turned out to be a sample off of one of the records from Finesse. So when I flipped that, Skill loved it. Grew wasn't sure. FT liked it. So they said, all right, let's go ahead with it. We negotiated whatever we were going to do on the price. I didn't hit him in the head, but I think that at the time was the most money he paid anybody on a joint. And then he was like, yo, you think you can connect this with like Monch, an OC or whatever? I was like, I'll call him. So I called O, was like, yo, dude want to do independent joint. You know what I'm saying? You want to get on? How much we charge? Long story short, he's like, all right, X amount, whatever. Called Monch. I was like, yo, Monch, what's up? Dude want to do a joint. You know, Monch is real selective as far as what he do. I was like, oh, gonna be on it. You know, I'm doing it. You know, come in. You know, it's indie joint. Kids, all right, check them out. All right. Connected them with Skill. They negotiated whatever they did. Set up the day. We actually made it to Unique Studio. So it was me, O, Pharaoh, Skill, FT, and his DJ KO. KO, I think he also won one of the DMCs that year or the year before or something. He's real nice. He's a dope producer and a dope guitarist now. We went up in there, tracked it out. F was writing or had his stuff. O and Monch was in the lounge. They going through stuff, going back and forth, like, yo, I don't know how I want to go out. It's like, man, yo, it's a record. Go on, go crazy on the shit. I was like, go crazy on it. I was like, go, bro, go crazy. Write the illest shit ever. They wrote what they wrote. We recorded it, mixed it. KO came in, he was doing the scratches. I was like, yo, tailor this, take this back a little, do a little more of that. Put it together, finalize it, they put it out. Long story short, it became history.